believe. Ladies and gentlemen, we won the second match in row. It is official. We are not going to Serie B this season. E andiamo. Let's go. Let's go. Well, the football level is actually very close by the Serie B because it has been another ridiculous match by our 19 times Italian champions and 7 times European champions. It's been another ridiculous game, another completely messed up line up by Sérgio Conceição, the attitude of the team, the attitude of the fan in San Siro. Let me tell, tonight I have it for everyone. I have it for everyone. Everyone, from the fans in San Siro, 75,000 Milan, to give money to Jerry Cardinale for this. And if you want to do a protest against Milan, do it. But when you enter in San Siro, there are two ways. Either you help your team, or you help your team. Either you help your team, or you don't say anything. But you don't scream against your team. You don't go against your team. Because at this point, stay at home. Stay outside of the stadium. There is no meaning to go in San Siro, pay the ticket, and then go against the player. What's the point, brother? What's the point? It doesn't make any sense, in my opinion. You know, and why the stadium is full? We need to understand that these guys, they will keep the same way of managing the business if people still buying this jersey, if people are still going to San Siro. Enough. They cannot have 75,000 people. There was 75,000 people when Milan-Atalanta, when Milan was about to win the Scudetto. Not in Milan-Como with Como 10th. Something has to change. Something has to change. I understand following. I understand watching the highlights. I understand watching the match. I understand supporting the team. I understand even do this video. But don't give any more money to this. They don't deserve it. This is the team is in the it is, and until, well, you know, if you follow the tour, if you follow the previous video, you know what I mean. But it is right now, at least at the moment, still in their hands. So something has to change, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't want to talk about this, guys, because tonight Milan won 2-1 against Como. We are happy because Milan won, and I have a lot of notes here, and I want to talk about the match. I want to talk in this video about football and about players. I don't want to talk about everything else, you know. So we're going to do more video throughout the week about the San Siro situation and about the club situation. But at the moment, Milan won. And let's talk a little bit about what did we see. We want to talk about Musah. We want to talk about the first half of Milan. We want to talk about Tammy Abraham, about Pulisic, about Hernandez, about Joao Felix, about Da Cunha. Okay, who the hell is Da Cunha that scored 2 goals, but one was disallowed, and it looks incredible as a CC. Da Cunha scored an incredible goal from outside the box in the first half of Como. You go on SofaScore, on Transfer Market, you know how much is value Da Cunha? 6. You know how much is Musah? 20. Da Cunha scored 1 goal before this match and had 1 assist in 26 matches played in Serie A. Okay? And tonight he's almost scored 2 goals, if not 3, with an incredible save by Mike Maignan. The first half of Como was beautiful, let's be honest, okay? We always watch Milan, and we know that we can't build anymore from the defense. We don't have full control, or not even full, partial control of the midfield. The only 2 things that we can do is a long ball towards the Leao, the Pulisic, the striker, or counter-attack by Hernandez. That's what Milan can do. That's the tactics. First half was beautiful by Como, 62% of ball possession, fully deserved the goal of Dacunha. Fabregas really played well. Really know how to manage Spanish, French, Italian talent. Really impressed by Como. A little part of me it's happy because my grandfather was born nearby Como, so happy for the team, let's say. But yeah, if it was not for the super save of Mike Maignan, the first half will be easily on a 2-0. This is the script of Milan on the last 5-6 matches. Great first 10 minutes, unless we concede a goal and we messed up already, like against Torino in the first 10 minutes. Then we go to sleep. We fall back. We let Musah play his magic to mess up the team. We let Theo Hernández to not defending well and allowing a lot of cross. We give in time to what's the other guy, to Jiménez, to be very predictable, because that's what Santi Jiménez is now, is very predictable. It's alone there. Milan is not used to play with this, so it's very different. And eventually the other team knock at the door a few times, conceding 1 or 2 goals depending on the match. On the second half, bad boy Sérgio Conceição goes in a dressing room. Do understand that Theo Hernández is not in shape. Musah cannot be playing CC. Santi Jiménez has to be changed for his best friend Tammy Abraham, and somehow also with the help of Rafael Leão, Hernandez and Christian Pulisic, as always. In the last few matches, Milan wake up and wins the match. To give you an understanding, if you haven't watched the match and you want to have an idea about what was the level of Milan, I want to take you back to minute 79, okay? TG Renders just scored the 2-1 for Milan, okay? Minute 79, there was the first counter-attack by Como, and Fofana was able to block the counter-attack, pushing the ball in the corner kick. Against a neo-promoted, you're expecting that you had this, right? Now we're going to start playing and you got this in mind. What Fofana does after a simple counter-attack against a new promoted team, he goes under the curva, sotto la curva, like this, like we are beating Juventus 5-0. This is the level of Milan right now. Psychologically, they are underground. Sérgio Conceição, I can't stop thinking about how many people complained about Pioli. I don't. It makes me see things clearer. To who and how, how we understand. We saw the substitution that Pioli was doing. We saw the tactics that Pioli was doing. But still, I personally, I think, yes, he did some mistakes, but I always think that Milan had that in the garra, the venom inside. Meanwhile, now doesn't have it. If Como was scoring the 2-0, this match is gonna go to sleep. And that's not correct for a team like Milan. And that is not correct for a team like Milan. Well, we have to say a few things. First of all, I want to talk about Musah now. And I think I really don't understand why Sérgio Conceição always plays him in a midfielder. Not in a midfielder. He's a right wing, but he's definitely not a central midfielder. He does not have the not the strength. He has dribble, he got speed, he doesn't have shot, and he doesn't have the mental organization and vision and knowledge to play in the midfield, because he doesn't have the vision of who is in the front, how many are in the front, how many are in the back. First 9 minutes of Musah in Milan Como. Missed a goal that I cannot believe that you are a professional player and missing that kind of goal. I cannot believe in this. Hernandez's goal was way harder than what he missed. Following action with Pulisic, that was in the first few minutes, was playing really well, trying to do what they want to at the limit of the box, completely missed the ball. Number 3, got nutmeg by a Como player, allowing a counter-attack where Bondo has to be booked to stop a counter-attack of Como. And these are little things, but in the reality, guys, these are huge things, because this is all goal missed, 1-2 missed, get nutmeg by a Como player. Mentally for Milan, you already are putting yourself below Como. And this was horrible to see. It was horrible to see. And I think, as always, when Musah came out, there was some people very upset. I can hear it from the match. It was not nice to hear it. There was people upset with Musah, but it's clearly he's a good reserve. He can play in the second half when Milan need a little bit more of physicality and counter-attack. He cannot be a starter for Milan. He cannot be a starter for Milan. He cannot. And it drives me crazy to think that we waited 6 months for Bennacer to come back and we give him away. And we give him away where he could play. He was fit. We waited not 1 summer, 2 summers we waited Bennacer. And for some reason we sold it. I'm not saying that I want to have Bennacer forever, Bennacer Capitano. But I'm saying Bennacer, it is a better play than having Musah in the midfield. Clearly. Now here another challenge. What's the difference between a Morata and Santi Jiménez? The only difference I can see, and I find excuses, of course, is because it's Santi Jiménez is 23 years old, is coming from the Netherlands, which is a very different style of playing, so he got full excuse. And I'll give you an excuse. I don't really care about this season. But makes me appreciate way more Olivier Giroud. Because Giroud didn't need all the crosses, or didn't need Joao Felix, Pulisic, Hernandez, Rafael Leão. He needed one ball, a good cross, and Giroud will score. He does always the same attempt to dribble. He tried to hop to go on the left or on the right. He's left-footed, so it's very limited for that. It's not like a Lautaro that he can play both feet. He's very limited. Is he fast? He's not even fast. It's been a risk investment, but I want to give him time. I don't want to judge it, because at the moment there is Tammy Abraham that is much better, in my opinion. Tammy Abraham is playing way better than Santi Jiménez. The match changed with Tammy Abraham and Fofana. Let me be clear. The match changed because of Pulisic and Hernandez, no doubt, and we can all agree that Pulisic is our best player right now, and Hernandez is playing beautiful football, and this is the best investment that Milan did in this year to extend the contract until 2030 for TG. But the match changed tonight, in my opinion, very humble opinion, because we finally had a central midfielder that was playing as a central midfielder, Fofana, and a striker or a number 9 that was helping actually the team to come up. And because of the system of Milan right now, Tammy Abraham helps more the team. That's my opinion. What else? Another little things that this is again my point of view. What do you guys think about having Mike Maignan captain? I don't have anything against Mike Maignan being a captain, but in my humble opinion, I think that the captain should be in the field. I mean, should be one of the 10th player that can go everywhere, because Mike Maignan, for example, if something happen in a midfield, in the defense, or for example in the attack, the captain has to be able to talk directly to the ref. That's my opinion. If he's in the box, he doesn't have any power over. He doesn't have really any power over that. So that's, I think it should be more a midfielder. We don't have anything. And Musah, maybe. Musah can be a midfielder. This is going to be the perfect representation of Milan right now. Musah as a midfielder with a logo monochromatic and a pink jersey. We got this, guys. We got this. Ooh, the monochromatic logo. Let me talk about that, man. This is a long video, 16 minutes. Let me say just one more thing about the monochromatic logo, because I cover pretty much everything. The monochromatic logo is a joke. Few months back, I said that this ownership soon is gonna mess up also with what is the most important things for us, which is solo la maglia, solo I colori, only the colors, only, not even the colors in our logo. This is a disaster. This situation, it's really a disaster. There is no better way to describe it. You give me a Portugal jersey to play. You give me a monochromatic logo. You give me, I don't know. You give me a pink jersey. You give me a grey jersey to play in the Champions League that we are so proud to be European champions 7 times, and you play at home against Girona in grey. The home jersey with a monochromatic logo. It's unreal. Do not give any more money. Do not invest in this. This is very dangerous, guys. We are 10th, 9th, and they are even removing our color now. Next stop, they're going to change the logo, but I'm telling you this since Cardinale came in. Next step is going to be the logo. 100%. Just, it's going to be horrible. Welcome to the shit show. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for tonight. I think I pretty much covered everything. Let me know if you think that Musah, it is better than Rade Krunic. Let me know if, hey, good one, eh? Let me know if Tammy Abraham, it is better than Jiménez in this moment. And let me know if you think that really it was necessary to send Pioli out. I will leave it like that.